Hi-ho everyone, I am Nathan Blake and welcome to a little channel update. So basically, I just wanted to hop on here after that fun little Halloween welcome back video that I did and give you like an actual update of what's going on, why we're where we're at on the channel and everything. Basically, I, a couple weeks ago, got the call from my family that my sister-in-law was gravely ill. She was in a diabetic crisis, in a coma, and she was in the ICU. My family is a big family, but everybody is really busy and has all their own things that they have to take care of. They all have kids for the most part, and so it was going to be really difficult because my sister-in-law being in the hospital, my brother being either with her at the hospital or at work. What was he supposed to do? What were my nephews and my niece supposed to do? So I talked to Emily, and we decided that night that the next day I would immediately leave in the morning. So we made this decision like 9 o'clock at night. We packed up my bags and threw them in the car, and then I got up at 6 o'clock in the morning the next day and I drove the 13 hours back home so that I could be with my family. I left Emily here in New Mexico and she kept working, and I went to be with my brother's family. So basically I spent over a week there taking care of my nephews and my niece, making sure they're fed, going to bed on time, taking showers, all those things, you know. Trying to lend a hand wherever I could. I helped clean the house some and just tried to keep things functioning and running while my brother was with my sister-in-law at the hospital. She did recover. She is out of the hospital now. She will be struggling with her blood sugar from now on, though. She actually did not have diabetes before, and now she suddenly does. So there's some questions there that will be answered hopefully in the future. But for now, she's kind of laid up in bed, really not feeling well, but she is home and conscious and is regaining her normal presence of mind and everything. My brother had to go back to work, but they had kind of had things settled enough by the time that I left that they decided that they could function without a third party there. And I didn't want to overstay my welcome either. I know I was there to help, but I didn't want to. When someone's sick and they're laid up in bed, they don't necessarily want someone they feel like might be kind of like company around the house, obviously. So I didn't want to not be there if they needed me, but I didn't want to be there in the way if they were uncomfortable with it for a long period of time. So I feel like I stayed the right amount of time. The rest of my family obviously helped as well as much as they could, but they all have jobs and big families and stuff, and pretty much one of the only family members who wasn't like right in the middle of some big thing or working every day or something was my older sister, who she is currently raising her 3 children and is fostering 2 children. So to add another 3 children on top of that would be basically impossible for her, although she did do it a couple of days before I got down there. So that is basically the full explanation. I ran myself so far into the ground helping my family, getting up incredibly early, trying to make sure that the kids were taken care of whenever they got up, and staying up much later than I probably should have because of the time change between Oklahoma and New Mexico, and just from I don't sleep well whenever I'm alone and when things are going on anyway, and so I just managed to really run my health down. And so by the time I took the, again, 13-hour drive back home, I had a fever on the drive back. So I made it back to my house so that I could just crash and just be really sick for 3 or 4 days. And now you're seeing me after I finally recovered from that. So there's some things that I need to catch up on now that I'm back. And so, including a haircut, I'm starting to get that mullet-y sort of thing. I'm starting to look a little MacGyver-y. So hopefully I can work past that. So I need a haircut, and I need to get over this cough that I still have, and then it's going to be the next couple of weeks of me setting things up so that I can get into the swing of my new channels that I'm planning on launching on YouTube. I had a lot of time to think about what I'm going to do. I'm going to have my food channel, I'm going to have my gaming channel, and then we are going to have a Hey Nathan channel that is all of my skits, things with Stan, Puppo, Emily, things like that over there on that channel. So we're going to have food and challenges, we're going to have gaming, and we're going to have skits, all on 3 separate channels. And the reason I do that is like threefold. Basically, the first is that variety channels cannot survive on YouTube anymore. There's too much variety already there. If you find one person that's doing one thing really well, you're gonna stick with them, right? And so if you're there for the skits, why would you sit through the gaming videos, right? Or why would you sit through the weird cooking stuff? So people who got their start early on in YouTube can continue to do more variety stuff. Like if you already have 10 million subscribers, obviously you can do whatever you want. And yeah, this video is only gonna hit a third of your audience, but that's still 3 million people. So who cares, right? But whenever you're starting a small channel and you're splitting your audience 3 different ways, when someone shows up and they say, who is this person and why are they making this channel and what kind of content do they offer? And they can't tell what kind of content it is because it's all over the place, then they're confused, and maybe they do like your content enough to subscribe, but they only like that one type. So they subscribe and they're like, I'm gonna watch his skits when he releases his skits. But if that's only every 3 or 4 videos, then you're missing out on that subscriber for 3 out of 4 videos. So that's the basic explanation of why I'm going to be splitting it. I think I said it was threefold. It was that, which I think was really more like 2 of the 3. I kind of meandered, who knows. But my last point on that was going to be that Nathanblakegames, I love this channel and I'm really excited to help it grow and stuff, but there is an issue with how quickly the numbers exploded, but then those people didn't stick around. I'm not really sure how that happened. You know, people can talk about sub for sub. I didn't do that. I never did. So it's kind of a difficult thing. I just had a couple of things that made the channel grow really quickly, but the people who came and watched were fair weather followers. So I have nearly 2,000 subscribers now, but if you look at the views, I'm lucky to get 100 views on a video. And YouTube looks at that and they say, this channel has a problem, so don't proliferate it. Proliferate? Is that a word? Don't share it around is basically the way YouTube looks at it, because I've got 1,800 subscribers, but I'm only getting about 50 views on a video, so there's a disconnect for them, so they think there's something wrong with the content, even though it had more to do with the way they allowed some of my videos to be shared to tens of thousands of people, but other videos just kind of sat there and did nothing. That being said, my hope is that by starting two side channels that can come up alongside Nathanblakegames and also hit the niches that Nathanblakegames has already been funneling into, I will be able to split that, and they will be 3 successful channels that will support each other. Just because you came for the skits doesn't mean you're not interested in the gaming or the food, and vice versa. And therefore, if the channels are running concurrently, they will be able to support each other, and by that support between the channels, hopefully that will help the numbers rise, and YouTube will start looking at things like Nathanblakegames as a more viable channel again. And if that happens, then that means that Nathanblakegames can continue to grow and get more views, which is important for things like charity live streams that I haven't been able to do in a long time because the views just haven't been there. And whenever I stream on a regular basis, on a daily basis or whatever, I get max 5 to 10 people, and it's the same 5 to 10 people, which is wonderful. I'm so thankful for those people who are there. But if I'm doing a charity live stream once a month, and I'm asking those people to donate, it's the same 5 or 10 people, and I can't ask those same people over and over and over again to donate. That wouldn't be fair. So yeah, so that's just some information about what's been going on in my life and how things are kind of panning out on the channel and what we're planning on doing. So if you're interested in helping the channel grow, then you can go ahead and leave a like on this video and share it with other people. Let them see what Nathanblakegames is. Or pick your favorite video of mine, your favorite video, whether that's a skit or a gaming video or a challenge or whatever, and share it with somebody and say, check this guy out, he does a lot of different things. Because that's a way that you can help the channel grow. I can't make the channel grow by talking into a camera. The best I can do is make good videos, but no one will watch them if no one finds them. So I need your help to try to get those videos out there. So thank you all so much for being here. Thank you so much for your help and sharing and liking these videos. I really appreciate everything you all do. And I look forward to doing more videos in the coming days on copious other topics and different things, and getting back to gaming videos and streams and all of these things. But for right now, we're still going to have the videos all on this channel until I can get all the kinks worked out with starting new channels. So thank you all so much for being here. As always, we will see you in the next one. And for now, this is Nathan Blake signing off for Nathanblakegames. Sayonara. Oh, and also, in case I didn't say at some point in this video, or you didn't see my other video, happy Halloween, everybody.